Yo, it's BOOTCAMP Day 2. We're going to be talking about fair value gaps. Going to be short and sweet. Let's get right into it. Fair value gaps, what are they? Fair value gaps are imbalances in the market caused by momentum candles that are so large and powerful that there are no opposing orders in the opposing direction. What does market want to do? If we are trending in higher highs, higher lows, the market does, it's going to want to seek those imbalances. Market does not want to be imbalanced. It does not want to have all these crazy price movement like this. It wants to be fluent, higher highs, higher lows, seeking out liquidity the entire time. Mellow. Market does not want to be bouncing straight up and down. Okay? So what happens when we get these crazy price movements? Fair value gaps are formed. They look something like this. Boom. Boom, and boom. You'll get a wake up, and you'll get your fair value gap from here to here. So when we are in this price movement area right here, say we are retracing, when we are in this price movement area right here, this right here is going to be our momentum candle. This is our momentum candle. When this momentum candle comes in, it creates a gap in the market or an imbalance. The imbalances mess up the market, so the market wants to seek out the imbalances. Why we use these as traders? Let me show you. Let's go into a lower time frame. Boom. Perfect example right here. We have a fair value gap. Fair value gap gets filled, partially, retrace back up. Still an imbalance in the market from here down. So it comes in and fills again. I would expect the market to end up filling this fair value gap even more. Let's look at a better example. We have another fair value gap right here. We have another fair value gap right here. This is a perfect example right here. We get a large time frame fair value gap forming from this momentum candle, as you can see in the wick, major momentum candle. We get a retrace all the way up. Momentum carries the stock in a bullish trend. As it comes back down, it wants to seek out this imbalance from here to here. So once it seeks out this imbalance, fills the imbalance almost completely, it retraces all the way back up in a momentum candle again, causing another imbalance. So after we have multiple of these imbalances, what do you expect to happen? Obviously, for the imbalances to get filled so market can continue moving very fluently. Why we care about these is when market is in a higher highs, higher lows, such as this right here, and a huge trend comes up. Once we see this fill right here and we see rejection and a close outside of here, as for this candle, we would have taken the trade right about here. Normally, you get a close a little bit lower down right about here. Once you see rejection and a close outside here, you can take your long knowing that that fair value gap is completely respected instead of waiting for the break of structure at somewhere around here. So instead of taking your normal trade right here, since you have a respected fair value gap and since you know what fair value gaps are, you get all of this profit from here. Boom. You get all that profit right outside that fair value gap. You can take your trade. Once we go into fair value gaps more, we will be talking about inverse value gaps, which are fair value gaps that get disrespected. But for now, all I want you guys focusing on are just the fair value gaps. So one more time, what are fair value gaps? They look like this. Boom. Boom. Let me fix this one a little bit. Boom. That's a fair value gap right here. If this wick were to close like this and this, there is no gap in here. No gap. That's no gap right there. You see? So the fair value gap, there has to be a gap in between that area. There has to be a gap in between that area because that shows, in this case, there were no buy orders in this direction. If it was to be this case right here, a bullish fair value gap, there would be no sell orders in this area right here. Boom. Boom. So that's fair value gaps for the day. I'll be posting more again tomorrow about some other things, but tomorrow we'll be talking about liquidity sweeps.